The Reality of Los Angeles, Part 7. How Hispanic people generally treat black people here in LA. Now, I kind of touched up on that in one of my earlier videos within the series, but what I was talking about was pretty much a general overview within what's going on in LA. The next few videos I'm going to do within this series while I'm finishing up is going to just be specifically based on that particular race. In this video, I'm going to talk about how the Hispanic/Latino people treat black folks in LA by and large. Also, what I want to say is, before anyone think that I'm just going to dog out Hispanic people, that's not really the purpose of this video. I have a lot of love for Hispanic people, Hispanic/Latino people. Most of my friends are Hispanic/Latino. This is in spite of this racism that black people do go through here in LA. I get along with Hispanic people better than I do black people, as a matter of fact. But yet and still, I still need to point out the racism that black folks go through here in LA. Also, another thing, I have a few subscribers to my channel who are Hispanic. So they listen to my channel and everything, and they show a lot of support, and I greatly appreciate that. And they also are either one, not racist, or two, not racist, and they agree with what I'm saying, and they've noticed how other Hispanics do treat black people here in LA. So basically, what I want to talk about is, there is a lot of discrimination that goes on here in the workforce and the employment in regards to Hispanic people. Since Hispanics, I don't know the exact data, but last time I checked, I think Hispanics make up about 60% of the population here in LA. And in the metropolitan area of Los Angeles, I think it's a little bit higher, like maybe 65%. 65% Hispanic, Latino. So they make up the big part of the workforce. Pretty much now I'm not going to give you exact figures, but the figures I'm going to give you is pretty close to the exact figures. So about 90% of the blue collar jobs are Hispanic people, and then you have the service jobs, like the service industry, hospitality, retail, restaurant, jobs that work in the tourist industry, since LA is a big tourist city. So I think they make up about 75 to 80% of the workforce. So what happens is, and then of course you have the white collar jobs. Well, the white collar jobs pretty much go to Todd and Steve and a lot of Asian people and Middle Eastern people. Very few Hispanics, and of course black people for that matter, work in the white collar jobs. But the point is, the jobs that you do have jobs out here that black people would work, that they're qualified for, that based on their education and skill set, and like black people like myself. And it's just, that if you're gonna go out to get a job, that they're gonna hire you, but there's a chance that they might not hire you. It's even a bigger chance that they're not going to hire you for that particular job. Now, the friends that I have that are Latino, I became friends with them because I used to work. You have a lot of that in LA. A lot of people with loud mufflers. But anyhow, I did get a job. I used to work, but before I got into doing rideshare and deliveries through the telephone app, I worked valet. I worked as a parking attendant. This was right after the recession, because I wasn't able to get a job within my field, but I still needed a job. So I got hired, and the company I worked for was pretty much like 90% Hispanic Latino. Okay, so I knew that I had to like work my ass off and bust my behind just to like prove my point. Now, a lot of this discrimination, to be quite honest with you, discrimination is wrong. I don't care who does it, but it's wrong, and it exists nonetheless. But I hate to say it, but because see, black people here in LA, they're just so ridiculous. I mean, everyone's ridiculous, regardless what race they are. But black folks are really ridiculous. So, like, when I worked at my job, here I am. I'm busting my ass, working hard, trying to prove myself, because I know that the first thing they expect me to do is steal from them. And then the next thing they expect me to do is start a fight with someone, with either like a customer or a coworker. And I know this is what they really thought of me, and I didn't do any of that. But they still expected the worst of me because of past instances with previous black employees. And then even when I got promoted to supervisor, and I really saw it even more so because, I had like a leadership position. And to be quite honest with you, the people who gave me the worst shit were other black people. And then I'm thinking to myself, wow, look at this shit. And then not only they gave me the most shit, they gave other managers, other supervisors, other people a lot of shit as well. It wasn't just me. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, wow, if I'm Hispanic, I wouldn't even want to hire a black person. So it's like, I'm not saying, like I said, we live in a racist society. We live in a white supremacist society, systematic racism, so that is real. I'm not denying that. But, there's just a lot of factors going on, and then the black people, we kind of make it bad on ourselves. We really do. But I think basically a lot of Hispanic people, the reason why, I'm not saying they're all bad. They're not. That's I'm absolutely not saying that at all. LA is really bad though. LA is really tough on black people when it comes to Hispanic people though, in general. Now, that's why I think I made a recent video saying that I moved out of LA. So I live in like the Azusa, West Covina area. It's like 3 small towns, like about 30 miles east of LA. So places like that, and in the area where I live, it's like 80% Latinos over there, but I pick up a different vibe over there, a different, treatment. Hispanic people over there, generally speaking, are not tripping on black people. They're not tripping on me because I'm a African American, Black American, North American Negro. You get my fucking point. And it's not just that. Like, wherever you live in California, especially Southern California, you're going to be around Hispanic people. The least thing you could do is just be around. I'm not asking for acceptance. I'm not begging for that. But it is what it is here in LA. It's really tough here. And just, if you're going to live in Southern California, your best bet is live in Orange County, San Diego, anywhere in San Diego County, the IE, Inland Empire, San Bernardino, Riverside County area, or you just live far, far away from LA city limits. And then, I'm not saying those places are like heaven for black people, for black men, but people, and there is racism in those places too. There's racism wherever you go in America. But LA is very racist, and what I'm saying is it's less racist outside of LA, and that's what this video is talking about. I'm going in on LA, so you could go to the suburbs, the outer cities, and then as a black person, as a black man, and people will treat you a little bit better or a lot better, depending on certain situations. And in closing, the last thing I want to say on this is the different reasons that I think why Hispanic people treat black folks the way they do. Well, number one, because they can. They outnumber us by a lot. There's like over 65% population of Hispanic people. It's large numbers of them. Number two, they believe in taking care of themselves, looking out for each other. I'm not saying that's wrong. That's really not wrong. I'm not mad at that. You're supposed to look out for your own. You're supposed to look out for your family, your neighborhood, and people who look like you. But also, there's other people out there, and good people of all races. And there are a few good black people. There's good black people out there, and I'm one of them. But yeah, so yeah, you have that. Then you have the opportunities that's afforded to them, the setup, and then you have the media. The media. I think this is the second reason. The media always paints like a bad picture of black people, black men in particular, black women too, but I'm not talking about them. They do that to themselves. But yeah, the media really paints a bad picture of us, and people look at the media and then they be like, oh, okay. And then here's another reason. I think this is the third reason. I've lost count for different reasons. Black people themselves, we make ourselves look stupid. So we make ourselves look stupid. We look crazy. Even me, I'm black, and I go out in public, and man, I don't have to wait too long before I see like a fucking ignorant ass nigga in public, and you have other people who see this ignorant nigga. So then you tie that in with the media, and then yep, black folks are just like that. And then also, a lot of Hispanic people here in LA probably had horrible experiences with black people, so then they base it off of that. So that's, pretty much what I'm going to say on that. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe, and make a comment. Agree or disagree, it's all good. neck of the woods. I'm out.